Are you ready?
Yeah, turn up the heat.
Are you ready?
Is he ready?
Oh, yeah, he's ready.
It's go time.
Ready to go beyond the scores and stats.
I love it.
Good.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to High on Sports.
The whole deal is like some kind of crazy game.
Exclusively on MorningShowCentral.com.
Hello and welcome to High on Sports. I'm Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
and I am Von Erich. And whether you are joining us tonight on one of the many glorious apps or at home on your computer, thank you for making High on Sports a part of your evening. If you are not on one of the many glorious apps, just take your smartphone, search for TuneIn Radio. It is free to download. Just install it, search MSC Radio Network, hit play, and you're listening to us live on the go from your phone. Is it still that simple, Von Erich? You were on the new app.
It's very simple.
Good. There you go. Simple, easy, straightforward. You can call the show toll-free, 1-888-668-0742. Email your questions or comments to shows with an S at morningshowcentral.com. You can call the show toll-free. Did I already say that? I did say that. Did I? I already did the number.
You better remind him again.
One more time.
The number, by the way, again, call the show toll-free at 1-888-668-0742. I did already say that. Now
Think they might
you
have
know
it
the number
now.
twice, so now you better remember that.
888-668-0742.
I almost can't say the number unless I start saying it like it's just programmed in my brain like a soundbite. Like I almost, if I have to say the number, I have to stop and think about it. But if
So you
I
have
go
to
like,
do
call
it-
the show toll free at blah, 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 and then it just comes
You
naturally.
have to do it announcer way.
Exactly. I can't. Someone could be like, "What's the number?" I'm like, 1-888.
Call the show toll free at
Exactly. That's how it works. You can follow us on Twitter, by the way, at high_on_sports, or use the hashtag high_on_sports. I am at eRalphieW. He is at Von Erich. And she is right here.
Right here.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
There you go.
Facebook as a pirate.
Yeah, I am on what we call the Facebook.
Cap'n Ashley, right?
Cap'n.
Cap'n's log. Facebook.com/high_on_sports is the fan page. Go ahead and give it a like. We post a bunch of fun, interesting stuff on there. And the website is highonsports.net. It's got the archive of all our past shows. And intern Mark's blog. This is not intern Mark. Marky Mark's
Mark.
blog. He just put the last post up there, and it ends as it started with Johnny Manziel. Only this last time was a while back, and he was talking about, does Johnny Manziel have what it takes to be a pro? And now this article is about, I hope so.
Dear God, please.
So, yeah, you're going to want to check that out. Again, that is at highonsports.net. All right, we have a jam-packed show for you, and it is round one. Let's go. All right, let's start with Johnny Manziel, because that's the only thing that's happened to anyone ever. This is the only thing that matters. Johnny Manziel. A lot of things coming out of the woodwork in this past week or so. A lot of people talking about something we casually mentioned last week, but it kind of got more headlines this week, was the fact that Johnny Manziel actually texted quarterback coach Dowell Loggins and offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and actually told them later in the draft, trade up, come get me.
Yeah.
Come get me. Let's do this. And we now know that that's true, and that's awesome. And from what I've heard, it would take everything out of this story if another GM came out. The GM of the Viking was like, "Oh yeah, I got that
He
text."
texted me too.
Yeah. Or like you're Dowell Loggins, then you look and you see the text, but then you see you're in a group text. Like it's like he didn't turn that off, and you just see like it's sent to like all the other offensive coordinators. But no, I mean that's really cool, man. It shows he wanted to be here, which is more than we could say about Teddy Bridgewater. If anybody heard those comments, not glad he didn't get chosen by the Cleveland Browns. Didn't want to go be a Brown. So good Teddy Bridgewater.
I don't want you either.
Nobody wants you or your skinny chicken legs. I hope first snap you drop back
blows
and
his knee
just
out, shatters his leg.
pop an ankle. Your ankle pops, just
Right.
pops and explodes and splinters and maybe you die.
I didn't like him before the draft, and now I really don't like him.
Sure. Yeah, no. What a douche. Douche and a half. That's what he is.
I don't want to be a Brown. Well, I don't want you.
Yeah, nobody wants you. We got Johnny Football.
Right?
No, I'm not going to brag about that yet.
I know.
Here's what they did. A couple things happened this week that I am really digging. And it's funny because as much as I love them, the national media, the ESPNs of the world, don't love these things. One thing was Haslam saying, act like a backup.
Yeah.
Everybody had an issue. Why would you take Herm Edwards, who I normally love? Why would you take a guy in the first round if you're taking him to be a backup? If you're taking a guy to be a backup, why are you taking him? You take a guy so you can go out there and play. You don't just because you take a guy in the first round doesn't mean he is given the opportunity to go out there. The fact of the matter is, what Haslam was saying is that this is not an even competition going into it. Nor should it be.
No.
Nor should it be. I still think if I had to put money on it right now, I think Johnny Manziel is the starter week 1. I do.
Yeah.
But what we're arguing right now is whether or not that should be the thing.
It shouldn't be handed to him. You need to work for it. You need to make him work for it.
And it shouldn't be an open competition per se. Hoyer should have a leg up on him.
Yeah.
Because Hoyer's been here. Granted, it's an entirely different coaching scheme and entirely different receiver.
And he only played 2 games last year.
But the fact of the matter is, Hoyer is the incumbent.
Yeah.
He's the man to beat.
Yeah.
It's not just that they both come in here and, even footing. It's Hoyer's job, and it's up to Johnny to take that away.
Yeah.
I think the mentality Johnny should have going into this. And everything Johnny said since then, like I asked about it, he said nothing should be handed to me. I'm here to work for what's going to happen. And I mean, granted, these are sound bites, but you're sounding, you're biting the right sound. I mean, and everybody's just having a fit about it. Like, because somebody turned down Johnny, well, not even turned down Johnny Manziel, but didn't instantly anoint him. And I think the problem is it's the other edge to this sword of Johnny Manziel being here, and it is cool that I should say the other edge to of all this extra attention the Browns are getting. They are getting extra attention, which feels cool because you go and you see Browns are the next
literally everywhere,
and it feels really cool because it's like a real change of pace. But the other thing is, what people need to remember is they're not interested in the Browns. They're interested in Johnny Manziel, who happens to be a Brown. And yes, he's bringing more attention to the Browns, and I think overall it will help because other people. A guy like a Jordan Cameron, who's not going to get the coverage that he normally would, because Jordan Cameron is a very talented receiving tight end.
He is.
I think. He took the big step last year, and I think he can be even better this year.
Yeah.
He can propel himself up there. If you look at it, most of the best tight ends in the NFL are, either getting convicted for murder or injured, and that's just the Patriots. So he has a real opportunity to really put himself in there as a top 5, top upper echelon of tight end, and now people are going to be here to see it happen. So, that's just really cool. It's a really cool thing for a lot of the other players, but the fact of the matter is the media is always going to look at everything Johnny Manziel, everything Cleveland related is going to be from the Johnny Manziel angle. It's not just here's the Browns, they've added a player to the team. It's the Browns and Johnny Manziel.
Yeah.
Like he's this whole entity. He's bigger than the team to the media. He really is. He really is. And the thing is, what they don't understand is that's not the case. As us who've been here, who've been through the bad times with the Browns, who they're by no means over, but been through the bad times that have happened so far, we understand this is another guy. This is another guy. It's exciting, sure, but I'm gonna have my doubts until I'm proven wrong. Yeah. Everybody else wants him to just instantly come in and be anointed by the Browns. That's not the case. It should be an uneven competition. Yeah. Hoyer should have a leg up on him, and not the injured leg, the other one. So
I just really hope someone taught the man how to slide.
Oh yeah.
I hope so.
His style is fun, but it's so scary. It's a little Roethlisberger to me in a sense that the play breaks and he's like, okay, let's see what happens. Yeah. Roethlisberger makes stuff happen because you bounce off of Roethlisberger. Because Roethlisberger is the size of a polar bear. You bounce off of Roethlisberger, so he stays alive and he makes something happen. And he just throws the ball downfield and then something good happens. Manziel is the size of a wheat thin. You're going to crumble him up into dust.
Poor Johnny. He's so small.
Well, he's faster than Roethlisberger. He is. So I'll give him that.
So just run away from everyone, Johnny. Just run.
Run away. There's no shame.
Please just run away.
Cowards outlive the brave. Remember that. The other thing, though, I want to talk about, and this is my favorite part, is the national media. The Browns, when it first came up, my jaw literally dropped when the story first broke. It said that Browns want to limit the national media's access from the rookie minicamp to avoid a quote Tebow situation. First I was like, wow, that's bold. That's bold because nobody else is going to do that. And then I thought about it, and I'll tell you exactly why. Mike Pettin, follow the coaching tree back to its roots. Mike Pettin was the defensive coordinator for Rex Ryan. He was the defensive coordinator for Rex Ryan when they brought in Tim Tebow. When the place went nuts for a guy they had no business getting to begin with. They were never going to give Tebow a shot at quarterback. When there was opportunities to put him in at quarterback, they didn't. So I don't understand what the was. I do not understand at all what the point of them getting Tebow was. I mean, the attention maybe, but they're the Jets. They're going to get attention regardless. But the fact of the matter is he saw that, and that was a disaster. There were press conferences for the third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
Let me repeat that. A press conference for the third-string quarterback. Do you know who? Well, we technically don't have a third string or strings right now, but if you really broke it down, the third-string quarterback of the Browns right now is Tyler Thigpen. Imagine a press conference for Tyler Thigpen. Tyler Thigpen, New York Daily News. Yeah, who are you? I mean, he saw firsthand what happens with these media circuses, and he wants to avoid it. And I don't understand why the national media wants to paint the Browns up as these evil people.
Right? Oh, you didn't let us in.
Anyone I've read plenty of articles, I've heard plenty of people talking about this, to know the national media sounds like spoiled little brats. We're the national media. We're allowed to come into any situation.
We should be able to do whatever we want to and film whoever we want and talk to whoever we want. No, you're not.
Guess what, buddy? NFL rules. The rookie minicamp, media attention is at the disclosure of the team. You can have as little to none media attention as the Browns want. And you know what was beautiful about it? Is national people still showed. Because that's what
they were standing outside
the parking lot in the rain.
Being all pissy like, they won't let us in. Well, no, we won't let you in because we don't need you in here.
What day was that? Saturday? I think that was Saturday. It rained Saturday. It rained pretty bad. Just guys out there in their fancy little suits. Sopping wet. Good for them.
It was awesome.
Good for them. You shouldn't just be handed stuff like this.
Right?
I mean, and let's be honest. It's a rookie mini camp.
Yeah.
He didn't even have pads on.
He had a helmet.
Shorts. And not like the red jersey. That,
which means you can't get within 10 yards of him.
Manziel written across his head because nobody at that point is guaranteed a jersey with their name on it. Because you got guys like Connor Shaw who probably aren't going to be here once they actually start writing names.
I kind of like him. I mean, not as a quarterback. I just kind of like him as a person.
I like Connor Shaw, and I wish there's a place for him on this team. I really hope there is. So my mind jumps to, third-string quarterback. And then I realize, then you got Brian Hoyer, career backup, who really is still kind of unproven, big picture-wise, and two rookie quarterbacks. I don't like that. As much as I don't think anyone will sing the praises of Tyler Thigpen.
He's at least been around for a while.
He has played games. He has started games, I should say. So Tyler Thigpen gets that third spot.
Yeah.
Pencil that in. He can just sit back. He doesn't even need to report to OTAs if he doesn't want to. He gets that third spot.
Just by default.
Maybe Connor Shaw, maybe there's room for him. I think it would be a dumb move a little bit if you went in with four quarterbacks.
Yeah,
but maybe there's room. Maybe there's room on the practice squad or something for him. Yeah. But I like Connor Shaw. I just think this is a very, very uphill battle for him that I don't think he win. They did, however, get, as far as undrafted free agents go, they got Isaiah Crowell, which I think is a pretty interesting move. We'll find out about the next 24 or so hours how many of these undrafted guys will actually not make the team. I mean, make the team, but you haven't made the team really. They'll be the first victims of cuts usually, but we'll find out how many of them are officially members of the Browns. But Isaiah Crowell was the SEC Freshman of the Year, running back out of Georgia. SEC Freshman of the Year totally fell off people's draft boards because of off-the-field stuff. It's another case where if you can get his shit together,
he can be pretty decent.
Good move. Very good move to a running back core that is suddenly starting to shape up into something impressive.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of Seattle comparisons, not in a level of talent, but a style of play with this team that they're going to really work on the defense and the running game to give Johnny Manziel the best opportunity, and whoever's at quarterback, really, the best opportunity out there. But I absolutely love that they showed the national media the door. It doesn't matter to them. And everybody's like, well, we wanted to finally give, something to talk about for the Browns and stuff like that. Guess what? Turn on talk radio. Turn on us. Turn on anything in this city. We're talking about the Browns constantly.
Just because you're finally now interested in something that's going on
Exactly. It doesn't matter what people I don't care about ESPN getting to people in California.
Right.
Or Washington State or Hawaii or whatever and letting them know how Johnny Manziel's doing with the Browns. I don't care what they think of the Browns. I don't care what they're hearing of the Browns. My media's in there. My Cleveland media is in there.
Yep, they were allowed in.
They were allowed it. Granted, it was really weird because they gave them like 15-minute increments. And this is,
Yeah.
I won't get into that.
I mean,
but
even they were limited, but national media was just all
exactly.
crybaby
The
little,
fact of the matter is, the world keeps on spinning.
right?
You didn't get to report on it? Oh, no.
Oh my
Nothing
God.
happened.
It was rookie
nothing
mini
happened.
camp.
Nothing happened there that
Literally,
needed to get
no.
reported. If anything, the rest of the country should be thanking the Browns
Right?
for saving them from getting the story. Johnny Manziel goes 3 for 3,
And rookie mini camp drills.
the latest at 11. Like, we lead off tonight's Sports Center with the footage of the 3 passes. We've had Herm Edwards and what's the guy's name? Gruden and John Gruden break down the tape for you. It's rookie minicamp. It doesn't matter. Let me put it this way. It does matter to some. It matters to Isaiah Crowell. It matters to guys like that.
Yeah.
It does not matter for a Johnny Manziel,
Who's on the
for
team.
a Justin Gilbert,
Yeah.
for a Joel Bitonio. Those guys, basically everyone that the Browns drafted, those were high enough picks. They're here. If there were some 7th rounders, there'd be something to talk about. Maybe, do they make the team, whatever. Everybody else, it doesn't matter. This does not matter. But I have good/bad news for you. Wednesday is the beginning of Browns OTA, organized team activities. The rookies and the veterans report together, and it's our first, sort of training camp experience type of thing. Full media is allowed at it per NFL rules.
Which
We'll
I
be
think
there.
is silly.
Everyone will be there.
Yeah, we will.
We've got our.
We got a
well,
High
we'll
on
see.
Sports sanctioned trip to the OTAs.
We have lunch. We have lunch with Johnny Manziel first. Lunch with
Ooh,
Johnny Manziel and
okay.
Terry Francona. And
Oh, at the same time?
and
Oh, I like that lunch.
yeah, and Mike Brown was supposed to come, but
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't show now because it'll just be
That'd
weird.
be awkward.
It would be pretty weird. Yeah. Haven't texted him about it, so we'll
I
see.
hope he just understands.
Right? Ugh.
Yeah.
You heard, by the way, the Cavaliers they're not gonna look for a coach. They're not gonna start looking for a coach until after the draft lottery.
Yeah,
means
so
they
they're all
already have their
gone?
guy. That's exactly
I think
what
it
that
might.
means.
I hope
mean-
they get Lionel Hollins. I like Lionel Hollins. He had one season. Was it one season? Like one season basically with the Grizzlies, and he took them deep into the playoffs, but didn't win a title, so they fired him. Makes sense. And Lionel Hollins didn't coach last year, and everybody thought Lionel Hollins could have been a guy going to the Pistons, but he's not. I mean, Lionel Hollins, that's a good move. That's a very good move. I'm very much rooting for Lionel Hollins. I think that's a great choice. We'll see what happens. George Karl's getting thrown out there. He's so old.
He's
so
a little
old.
too old.
I don't know if I want to, the team that could be like his great grandchildren. I don't like that age differential. I don't know if I like it, but I'm sure he'll be hip and able to relate to the young ones. I'm sure that'll the young ones. That's what they say, right? Or
The
is that-
youngins.
The young ones. I don't know, but either way, no. Yeah, this is a good thing. Limiting the media, the
Yeah.
national media's access, because you know what? And this is the problem with the national media. There's so little going on right now, honestly, that the story is that they won't let them in to do a story. That's the headline right now. That's the major headline. And you know what? Like in this city, at least, something that doesn't help the whole Johnny Mania or whatever you're going to call it is the fact that since they took him, the Indians have played like gutter trash. So there's not even Indians to talk about. I mean, we can talk about how sad they're making us.
Very sad.
And how,
like I want to
know-
go in the corner in the fetal position and cry
Exactly.
and go,
We could
why?
talk about how we cry ourselves to sleep, but
Is it Tanya Harding? Why? Or the other one? Why?
Kerrigan.
Yeah.
it's somebody. Well, Tanya Harding, she's on World's Dumbest or something,
Yeah.
so she's probably doing that now. But
Yeah, and where's Nancy Kerrigan? Nowhere.
dead, I
Nowhere.
don't know. But
So still crying about her knee.
no, they did a little piece about her on the Olympics actually. So they'll have another one of those in about 4 years. So right, I think
I'm
they got
sure
another
that's
Olympic
good
scheduled
income for her.
4 years. Have you seen? By the way, we're totally off topic, but screw it. Have you seen the pictures coming out of Rio? By the way, as they're preparing
Ooh, the
for
host
the
of High on Sports?
no the
I mean, Unlocked Radio.
yeah
I'm like, wait, what?
I blew that one.
Rio.
I was
Rio.
so lost.
Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
going
From
on here?
Brazil, they got the World Cup soon. Actually, that's
Yeah.
like next month or something. But or supposedly, allegedly, I should say. But then they got the Olympics. They got the next Olympics, the summer ones in 2 years. That place looks like a big old pile of shit right now. They showed people surfing. You could probably get off your surfboard and just walk on the garbage back to the beach.
Jesus.
I mean, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but it looks terrible. Like and they even just came out. City officials came out and said they're not going to reach their as far as the water goes. They're not going to reach their goal as far as like cleaning the pollution in it. They're not going to clean as much as they expect to clean by 2016. So
the swimmers who swim in the swim marathons are gonna be swimming through trash.
Well, you're gonna see.
Is it gonna be an obstacle course?
Like Michael Phelps is gonna come out stuck in like a pop.
Those
plastic
six-pack
ring. He's just gonna be like, help, my arm and my neck. Someone cut me out of here.
Oh my God,
that's what's gonna happen. That's welcome to the Olympics.
Oh Jesus.
International display of sportsmanship. Way to go, Brazil. It's a disaster. Brazil's a disaster right now.
Oh boy.
Let's talk basketball. That's our transition. We'll just move on.
Let's do that.
The Miami Heat and the Indiana Pacers squared off last night, and the Pacers forgot what month it is. They thought it was like late
4 months ago when they still knew how to play basketball.
They thought it was late January, and they beat they beat up on the Heat. I mean, it was a double digit. It was 11, but still, to a team that's only lost once in this playoffs, they're 8-1, 8-2 now, 8-1. They come in looking like garbage, limping their way here. Limping their way like an injured California Chrome up to this point, and they get a double-digit win. I mean, right out of the gate, that's amazing. That's incredible. And if they can win again, if they can get up on them 2-0,
it needs to happen.
Man, does that put them in a good position?
Yeah,
that would be absolutely
come on, Indiana.
Great. This is Von Erich. I'm getting a story hot off the presses. Von Erich, what's this going on? Some old guy is doing something.
Well, I'm sure we all remember Julio Franco, the guy who just never says no or to any offer that's ever given to him. 55 years old, back in baseball, independent league, playing for in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And hey, 55 years old, good for him. This only means one thing: Jose Canseco still has a chance to make a comeback.
What is it? The Fort Worth Cats? They're just the Cats? That's not even clever. That's not even clever.
Wow.
Do they play against the, what are they, Sugarland Skeeters? Do you know? Is that the same
who?
thing? Sugarland Skeeters. Everybody knows the Skeeters. That's where Tracy McGrady pitches. The basketball player. That's where Roberto Clemens was going to play, wasn't it? Or Roger Clemens. Roger Clemens.
We're on top of it today.
Oh yeah.
That's where Roberto Clemente plays, right? Is he still alive? No. Let's go back to basketball.
Okay.
Where we know what we're talking about.
Tonight, I meant Roger Clemens. Also, he played for the Skeeters. The Skeeters, they're a team on the rise. Anyways, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs square off tonight at 9 p.m. And that's gonna be a fun series to watch, except for the fact that the Thunder have lost Serge Ibaka for presumably the rest of the playoffs, which is an absolute disaster and absolutely deflating. And I worry that we're just gonna get Heat Spurs again, round 2. Which wouldn't be too bad. The Spurs got close to winning that. They were a Ray Allen 3-pointer away from actually being NBA champions. And that actually got me thinking.
Goddamn Ray Allen.
That got me thinking. Let's rewind the clock here about 3 years ago. Just how wacky the NBA is if you just do one change to it. If you go back a couple of years, 2 years, the year that the Heat won their first title.
Yeah.
And the Heat, Boston kind of had them on the ropes in the conference finals that year. Boston did not show up Game 6. They let Miami walk over them, and they passed they passed right by them on their way to square off with the Thunder, where of course Thunder won the first game of that, I believe,
and then
the Heat
lost
won 4 straight.
Yeah.
That's right. Just imagine if Boston showed up and won that one game. Just the difference of one game, just one single game. Boston wins that game. The Heat, the Heat falls short. You would think at that point there's a very good chance they blow up the Miami Heat because the Miami Heat will have in 2 years gotten to and lost in the finals, and then fallen short of making it to the finals. So, I mean, their goal of coming together to be better than everybody else would have, at 2 years, been a failure.
Yeah.
They would be just another team, as opposed to what they are right now, which is the team that can basically walk into the finals whenever they want to. So they don't make it in the finals. They get blown up. I mean, they move Bosch or they move Wade. I don't think they move LeBron, but they move probably Bosch. They do something to break the team up, like they had talked about actually after the first time they lost the finals. The team gets broken up. The Thunder come in. I mean, they totally outman the Celtics. They're NBA champions. They don't trade James Harden the following year.
Yeah.
So you think they could very likely have repeated last year. They could theoretically have been the 2-time NBA champions, suddenly sitting here looking at their possibility of getting a third. Instead, you look at it, I mean, they're nearing some points where these contracts are about to explode on them. What do you do about Serge Ibaka? What do you do about Russell Westbrook? What do you do about Kevin Durant? They lost, obviously, Ibaka. Like we said, they've lost him for the rest of the playoffs. And I mean, how many more years are you going to be doing this? This is how many years has their coach been doing that? Like all of a sudden, you reach a point right now where we're looking at a contention window that we thought would be open for a decade, and all of a sudden now, how much time is left for the Thunder to be a championship contending team? As long as Kevin Durant's there, they're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be a team that can do something. But how much longer does this team have to really contend for titles when you look at the difference of one game, and they could theoretically be going for the 3P right now instead of the Heat? And it's just insane to think about just how close it comes. It actually got me thinking, when I started thinking about that, I thought about how that happens in other sports. And it's just interesting, like, the butterfly effect, you change one thing, whatever, it changed everything. Imagine, rewind back to before he had won a Super Bowl, Tom Brady and the New England Patriots, the tuck rule in the playoffs against the Raiders.
Yeah.
They would have lost the game. And all of us, they don't go on to win the Super Bowl. Does he go on to win any Super Bowls? Does he go on to become Tom Brady? Or does he just be the guy had that really good season and came short?
Yeah.
I mean, winning that one title changes everything. It becomes 3 titles, and then, 2 other failed attempts at a title thanks to the Giants. But,
Eli.
it's just crazy how much all of this can change. But for one thing, it's insane. But it won't matter anyways because LeBron's going to be on the Cavaliers next season. And
Yeah, keep wishing.
Hey, did you guys see him last week in the Manziel Browns jersey? We talked about that on the show. That's right.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Idiot.
What the hell?
You don't wear a jersey. First of all,
I think that confirms that he's back.
the Browns are the most loved team in Cleveland.
Oh, absolutely.
And so when you're hated by a whole city, you don't put a jersey on of the team that we love the most out of our 3 teams. You don't do it.
Absolutely. I would trade 100 Cavaliers for a Browns. The Cavaliers, by the way, let's talk this now. Let's actually talk about an area where the Cavaliers are relevant. The NBA draft. The lottery is tomorrow. And boy, do I have lottery fever. You can just feel it. You can feel it in the air.
We're getting number 1 again.
The percentages.
Hey.
The odds. I got the odds of the 14 teams right here. I'm going to run through them. Here we go. Starting at number 14, the Phoenix Suns, rocking the 0.5%, 0.5%.
Yeah, good luck, Phoenix.
Minnesota Timberwolves, 0.6. Orlando Magic via the Denver Nuggets, 0.7. Denver Nuggets via the New York Knicks, 0.8. New Orleans Pelicans, 1.1. Cleveland
name.
Cavaliers, 1.7%. Detroit Pistons, 2.8. Sacramento Kings, 4.3. LA Lakers 6.3, Boston Celtics 10.3, Utah Jazz 10.4, Orlando Magic 15.6. The Philadelphia 76ers tried, but they could not be the worst. 19.9. But the winner, by which I mean loser, is the Milwaukee Bucks. 25%,
So
1-4.
Ninth
I'll
or
tell
ninth?
you what. I'm going to do the NBA
Okay.
favor real quick before we go to break here. I'm going to fix the draft real fast. The draft lottery, I should say. Step 1, pick in front of people so everyone stops thinking it's rigged because I'm pretty sure it's rigged. Just say. Actually put in the thing and draw it in front of people. Just an idea. And second, maybe limit it. Limit it so it's the top maybe 6 or something. I mean, because you look at a team like the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns 1 game shy of the playoffs. Now they could get a superstar. They could get a bona fide superstar, which is cool for the Phoenix Suns. Great for you. So
But it
what happens
sucks
when
for all the teams who sucked.
the Bucks. Also, if teams want to suck, then they suck. it should just be like the NFL.
Right.
I know tanking's a problem, but guess what? If I'm in a fan base and my team tanked all the way to number 1, we just got the best player in the draft. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I was never a real fan of the lottery, except for when we got Kyrie, because then we didn't have the worst
I wasn't
record.
a fan of the last lottery. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
You need to drop 1-0.
There you go. We're going to take a quick break. When we get back, you're going to find out what's your ending us off. We're going to talk about, I'm going to yell about horse racing if there's time.
Nice.
3 up, 3 down, all that. So much more. Listen to High on Sports on the MSC Radio Network.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network. User-friendly and ready to serve. MorningShowCentral.com.
I knew something was wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
This is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to MSC Radio Network.
Oh, great. Not another Farm Bill request. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central. Denying one Farm Bill request at a time. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on MorningShowCentral.com. If you have a product or service, let people know about it. Get your message out there and advertise on MSC Radio Network. It's easier than you think, and the whole planet is listening. Find out how you can advertise. Email Chris at MorningShowCentral.com.
MSC Radio Network has just tweeted the following. This bowel movement won't come out.
Check us out on Twitter at twitter.com/MSC Radio Network. With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and storm monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. If you're looking for the best in musical equipment, recording gear, sound reinforcement, and more, Guitar Center has you covered. Guitar Center, located at 26635 Brook Park Road in North Olmsted, has the tools of your trade with the largest selection of music and sound gear in the area. They cater to your musical needs and have the knowledge to help you out. Guitar Center in North Olmsted. MorningShowCentral.com uses them. You should too. Need to know more? Go to GuitarCenter.com.
Yo, it's Woody. Now, I know a thing or two about women, and I want to help all the ladies out there take care of their men. Happy Endings Orgasmically Organic Massage Oil. Yeah, I said orgasmically organic, made right here in Cleveland. Now, no other product delivers this level of purity and performance. It's guaranteed to improve your overall experience and keeps that sensitive skin soft and smooth. Guys, don't be a tool. You're doing it anyway. Might as well do it right. Get your happy ending at happyendingsoil.com. That's happyendingsoil.com. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768. Looking for a reliable and affordable shoutcast audio or video hosting?
hosting? JWN Media offers complete shoutcast hosting solutions for business or personal use. All plans come with full listener stats, custom web scripts for implementing your service into your existing website, full server control, super fast network, and huge bandwidth limits. A 99.5% uptime guarantee and friendly, knowledgeable support personnel dedicated to making your hosting experience fun and easy. With plans starting at only $3 a month, you have no excuse not to get a server of your own. Plus, with the option to add auto DJ and on-demand services, you can be confident your station will be all it can be. Custom plans are also available at their website. Simply visit jwnmedia.com and click the Shoutcast hosting link to get started right now. Call the show toll free. 1-888-668-0742. You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network on morningshowcentral.com. Lakewood Computer, located at 14035 Madison Avenue in Lakewood, has it all. If you're in need of computer repairs or want to cut the cost of ink cartridges and printing supplies, count on Lakewood Computer in Lakewood, Ohio to provide it all. For the past 5 years, Lakewood Computer has been providing you with a huge assortment of computer equipment and services at very competitive prices. Lakewood Computer purchases and sells pre-owned desktops, laptops, and related equipment, and they offer outstanding prices on aftermarket printing supplies, including toner cartridges and ink cartridges. With 29 years of professional experience, Lakewood Computer is highly confident in their ability to enhance your overall computing experience. Check them out online at joeslakewoodcomputer.com. That's joeslakewoodcomputer.com. Or give them a call toll-free, 855-580-0768. That's 855-580-0768.
Oh, great. Not another Farmville request.
Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Morning Show Central.
Denying one Farmville request at a time.
With hundreds of live weather products and layers and thousands of combinations, Weather Studio provides a professional graphics and storm monitoring solution without complex user knowledge and without the industry standard price tag of $1,000 plus broadcast systems. Weather Studio displays a plethora of critical atmospheric and geophysical data on an interactive GIS-enabled computer map. Get your free 14-day trial of Weather Studio at their website, weatherstudio.paulmarv.com. That's weatherstudio.paulmarv.com.
Oh, wow. Language.
Okay, he was PMSing.
You're listening to Morning Show Central Radio Network.
Hello, I am Ralphie, and with me, as always,
Ashley.
And I am Von Erich.
And I'm Marky Mark.
and this is High on Sports. Yeah!
What?
Now we're ready
This
to
is
party.
the blog guy. The guy, when it always says by Mark, it's by him. All right, cool. This is Mark's side note before we do anything. This is Mark's his last day or at least their last show with us.
Right.
And
Sad.
Mark, you're a hell of an intern. No, I don't think we ever asked one to do as much as we asked of you in the writing the column thing like that. And you didn't miss a beat. You even wrote twice one time. And I know you got so much other stuff going on.
Right.
And I want to say from the bottom of all of our hearts, thank you, Mark.
You did good.
Yeah,
You're
I
a hell of an
appreciate
intern.
You did
Appreciate
good.
it.
Big things coming for you. This is,
Yes.
this is the first stop on the
You'll go further than we ever will.
rocket.
At least I have a resume.
There you go. Thanks for listening. You can call the show toll free when I did it, and all that stuff, and email and everything and whatever. And we're on Twitter at high_on_sports.
I guess that means you're on too?
Facebook.com/high_on_sports, the fan page. I'm at eRalphieW on Twitter. Find me and follow me at eRalphieW. I have so many followers, but I just need more because I need the attention. Just need it.
He's a whore.
I have to feel like what I'm saying matters. And also Von Erich, too. At Von Erich. He also needs to feel like what he's saying matters. So follow him. And you on Twitter? You want to handle it?
Not on Twitter.
Not on
Hey, another
There you go. You guys
non-Twitter.
can follow each other in real life.
You can mail
I think
Mark
it's
your
called
letters.
stalking. Mail Mark your
You
letters.
need an
at P.O.
envelope and a
Box.
stamp.
And remember to check out the website, highonsports.net. Mark's last blog is on there. It's titled, I think I titled it Johnny Cleveland. That's what I did. That's clever. That's good. That's a good title. I like that. All right, round 1 or 2, whatever, something. Round
Whatever
something.
we're doing.
It's some kind of round. Whatever.
Yeah.
Last round. Last round
Okay.
of the studio. By the way, if you guys don't know, this is our last show at this studio before we go on our summer. I like to call it summer vacation. We're gonna go to the pool and frolic and
Do some stuff.
yeah.
Go to
book
some
I'm gonna
games.
try to play
Go to some
softball
games.
again. I haven't played in like 7 months, so
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna.
when we do
she's-
come back, I could be missing teeth or
she's
have
gonna,
a busted face
Exactly. She's gonna play softball.
or in a wheelchair.
But Eric's gonna watch more softball,
Right.
and I'm gonna.
They don't let me play for some reason.
I'm gonna Google Johnny Manziel 600 times a day. See what
Like, oh,
happens.
it's been 30 seconds. Let's see what's been
Speaking of, I
updated
see
on
Ralphie
Johnny
down
Football.
at the Browns OTAs during the summer.
Time to hit the old refresh. I absolutely will be down in Berea once they finally open up the the actual training camp.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'll be down there. You can bank on that.
I'm sure we can get some press credentials for
Oh
you.
yeah,
Sure,
I'm gonna take my whole mic right here.
Yeah, just carry this in. They'll be like, well, clearly they're media.
Clearly, they're media.
Some bum wouldn't bring a microphone.
Well, hey, if you still have your old OCB badge.
Oh, there you
They'll
go.
be like, yeah, I'm from OCB. Don't worry about it.
I do want to say that while we are gone, there will be, again, keep it tuned to at @high_on_sports or from the Facebook page or my own Twitter, which is again at eRalphieW and his at Von Erich. There's gonna be some podcasting stuff going on during the summer. It's another, it's another cool thing because I'm also, when there's big stuff, we can record something and send out our opinion to it. Some big Indians win or something. Some Browns player blows out his knee. Knock on wood,
Right.
but get our reaction to it out there and stuff like that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really, really fun. It's gonna be an exciting summer, and again, keep it tuned. Keep an ear to the wind for the latest from us and from MSC and all that fun stuff. Let's get into this though. For the last time in this building, it's time to find out what's urinating us off, and we're gonna start as we one time did with Mark. Mark, what's going on?
Saturday night in Texas between the Rangers and the Blue Jays.
All right.
Fan sitting in the first row down the third base side gets a foul ball,
Sneaky little kid.
turns around and appears to toss it to an attractive woman sitting a couple rows behind him.
She was cute, way out of his league, smooth as hell.
Yeah. What
Also, he was
I don't
like
think
9.
anybody really paid attention to is he gives
bait
her a
and
different
switch.
ball, kind of like a bait and switch. Like, if you really want to win points, give her the actual foul ball.
Well,
Hey,
no,
she
because she
didn't
didn't know.
notice.
She didn't know.
He fooled
So
America.
not only is he getting a foul ball, but he's also making this hot chick think, hey, he just gave me his
Who,
ball.
as I agree with Ralphie, is out of his league.
Absolutely. Well, also, I think she's an adult, and I believe he was
He's
a
a
child.
child?
Yeah. Yeah.
So legally, like by rules of the law,
By
she is out of his
by
league.
rule of the law, they are legally in separate leagues.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless,
you
of
know,
cothat she was his teacher at school, then it'd be okay.
then it's okay. Then it's okay for interleague play. But anyways,
I see what you did there.
No, you're absolutely right. That kid, that little son of a bitch,
Sneaky
he
little devil.
fooled us all. But props to him.
Right.
Right?
kid.
I
Who
gotta give the
brings-
kid
Who
props.
brings their own baseball?
Yeah, I've actually never. Well, because he
a
was
baseball
sitting.
game.
He probably wanted to get it signed.
I
And then he
guess.
didn't get it signed, so he said, I just caught this
Oh,
foul ball.
right, that makes
I
sense.
have this other foul ball that I didn't get signed by anybody before the game. Hey, hot girl, here's a foul ball.
Nice. That's clever.
Really, yeah, it's just from my garage, but
Right? Yeah.
I give the kid
Smart
props.
Kid, smart kid. All right, thanks, Mark. Thanks for verbally beating up on that kid.
right?
He deserved it.
Jesus.
All right,
I
Von
think
Erich.
he's jealous that he wasn't the one there that thought of that.
Well, now we know what we're all going to be doing every baseball game we go to.
Right? Bringing our own ball and be like, hey,
Make a
I like
mis-
you.
make
Here,
a
why don't
mistake
you
and
take
just-
this foul ball?
I'd make a mistake and just hand her a tennis ball. Here you go, baby.
What
Well,
the
who are you
hell?
gonna ask to autograph that?
I don't know. And Andre Agassi. Von Erich, what do you got?
I'm going to keep it silly here, too. The best team in Major League Baseball, the Detroit Tigers,
Ugh.
they're deciding
Those
that
bastards.
they're going to try and bring back the 90s, and they're wearing complete Zubaz outfits that basically make them look like they're wearing tiger stripes. We'll post the photographs at facebook.com/highonsport. But now they're
Morons.
getting real full of themselves, saying that the reason that their plane broke down and which prevented them to fly to Cleveland last night was because the Zubaz was too much for him. I think that was a sign from God telling him, take that ugly shit off and don't ever wear it
Put
again.
a normal goddamn uniform on.
Exactly.
It's like when Pittsburgh wears the horizontal bumblebee striped uniform. No. Terrible.
And they didn't even leave Boston until after 1 p.m. today.
Right.
And there was no immediate concern from the Tigers about tonight's 7 p.m. game against the Indians.
No, you know what? The pitcher was here. Smiley? Was it Smiley?
Yeah.
Smiley came up yesterday because he didn't have to pitch yesterday, I would say. So they just had Smiley.
Just one guy in the clubhouse.
Well, you better strike everybody out, Smiley.
I had heard that when they opened the clubhouse, it was just Smiley at the time. They didn't like open it for people to just talk to Smiley, but they waited for the rest of the team. But it was like, but theoretically, it could have been like them asking the Indians all those questions, and then everyone's surrounding Smiley just in the locker room. Like, so where is everyone? I don't know.
Well, they're not here yet.
Exactly. Just try to think.
I'm playing
of the
by myself
questions
right
you're
now.
asking. Oh man! All right.
Where's your Zubaz, Smiley?
Jesus.
He came in time to get real pants.
Yeah, he wore regular clothes and nothing happened to his flight.
Do we know if they're wearing Zubaz right now at the game right at this moment?
I hope they are.
I don't know. We'll find out. But anyways, let's. I'm gonna do mine now. Mine comes to us from the world of the NFL, and it comes to us from Brandon Marshall, whose Twitter handle is at @bmarshall, but he puts his name as Machine Marshall. That's stupid. Anyways, signed a 3-year, $30 million extension, and to his credit, he actually did donate $1 million of that to the mental health community. Good for him.
Good for you.
Good for you, man. And you earned it. You're pretty much one of the best receivers in the entire game of football, if not the best.
I love when he's on my fantasy
at the moment
team.
right now. He's
Mad
an
points.
absolute beast.
Mad points.
That is just quiet because they're in the division of the Packers, so people don't really, And Cutler always just seemed like he's a guy. He's a top quarterback, but nobody wants to
yeah.
It's like if you took all the good quarterbacks, somebody has to be the least of the good quarterbacks.
And that's him.
And I think that's what Cutler is.
Yeah.
I think that's
But you know what? I don't mind it because when I always end up with Brandon Marshall, my fantasy team, Cutler literally only throws the ball to Brandon Marshall.
Oh, yeah.
Like he'll be quadruple covered and he'll still
got it.
only throw the ball to him, so I'm okay with it.
It's got Alshon Jeffrey, too, who's coming into a beast. And then their third guy, who couldn't get any time because of those two being so amazing, Earl Bennett. Now
It's not with
Cleveland
us.
Brown. Smart move. Miles Austin. I'm still in pirate English. Miles Austin. He dated Kim
Huge
Kardashian.
pickup. Really?
Oh yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't pay attention to what the damn
I know
Kardashians
everyone
do.
She's dated.
What?
I don't know. I just know he
Like,
did it. I thought she was still with Reggie Bush till like a week ago.
No, literally, they made a sex tape and then that was
Apparently
done.
she's engaged, like about to marry Kanye West, like next week.
Yeah, they had a baby.
Oh, that's right. I did know that, didn't I?
And they named it North.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
That's a love story right there.
Some people, when you have your baby and the hospital goes, okay, what are we putting on the birth certificate? They come up with a stupid fucking name like that. Your parental rights are revoked. You go. The person needs to go. No, try again.
Child Protective Services needs to step up the game.
It's like you get one more shot. If you come up with another stupid fucking name, you're done.
I just think that's
We're out.
Totally not sports related, but I just think that's a great love story that somehow the two worst people
in the world
found each other and
awesome.
and there was love. And that's heartwarming.
It means no one else has to put up with either of them.
Exactly. That's a good for them. Good guy Kanye. Good guy.
What a
Kim.
douche.
Anyway, so totally off topic. Let's go back to this. 3-year, $30 million deal. Oh yeah, I forgot we do that. It's high on something. I don't remember, but
Kim and Kanye.
It's Kimye is their couple name.
3-year,
$30 million
story. They should make a reality show about
He
that.
announced.
No.
Brandon Marshall announced and signed his deal on national TV live. Cool. I'm cool with that. Like you would think, like, oh, he's on Sports Center. He's on some Chicago show or something, whatever. The View. He went on The View to announce and then sign his new extension live to the world. I don't understand because what baffles me the most about this is who is this for? Who is this
Maybe he just really wanted to be on The View.
Everyone who's home on a Monday at 11. I don't.
Maybe that was the point. It's like I don't really need to sign this in front of millions of people, so let me just go on this women's show that nobody watches, and I'll just sign my contract here. Maybe he
doesn't-
really wanted to talk to Whoopi Goldberg. I mean, isn't she on it?
Is she?
I think so.
All I know is Barbara Walters isn't anymore. Didn't they replace somebody with that? I don't know. I'm not going to even bother to try to
Elizabeth
guess who's
Hasselbeck
somewhere.
isn't on it anymore, so.
No.
She's not on it either?
Nope, she's
No.
now on Fox News in the morning.
Figures, but.
No, I thought she left Fox News and went to The View.
And then she went back.
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, she's on Fox News in the morning.
Well, good for her. So I don't know who's on The View. I pride myself on that knowledge, actually, by the way. Barbara Walters just retired. I know that, right? I know that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I don't know.
She
might have
just
announced
retired
her
from The View.
retirement.
Was
Because
she on it today?
Something like David Letterman, I'm going to retire, but it'll be 2 years from now.
Colbert taking over too. That's awesome. I love that.
But not doing his Stephen Colbert character.
Unfortunately, no. But
It'll be
I
Stephen
like
Colbert.
exactly Stephen Colbert. It'll be Stefan Colbert, his real name. But yeah, we still got a couple more months of Colbert Report to enjoy. But anyways, I just don't understand. I just don't get who it's for. You don't. The thing is, if you have to be on TV to do it, that's fine. But you didn't have to be on TV. Like you didn't. Like you said. Like, well, maybe he didn't want to go where it was like going to be a whole big thing. Well, he didn't have to go anywhere. If he didn't want it to be a whole big thing, he can do it at home.
Is The View filmed in Chicago?
It might be.
Maybe that's what. No.
No, it's New York or LA.
Then I got nothing.
Well, then there you go. I
didn't know if it was down the street from Oprah's thing. Because I know she's in Chicago.
No story dwells on it either. They're just like, oh, Brandon Marshall took to The View to sign his extension, and then goes on to give Brandon Marshall stats. And it's like, no, I get it. He's a good receiver. Why is he on The View? Can we?
Maybe he. I honestly, I got nothing. I'm trying to come up with something, and I got nothing.
Me and Ralphie talked about this earlier. It might be a competing thing because The View is on ABC, and then on CBS, right at the same time, Seattle Seahawks fullback Michael Robinson was on Young and the Restless.
Ooh.
He's
and
deaf,
also,
isn't he?
Star of the Young and the Restless, Eric Braden, joined NFL AM this morning.
he?
Yes.
Why?
So this might be a whole
it's
competing
kind of competing.
thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
guess
like,
so.
You beat everybody
Either
on the
that
football
or,
field, but I'm gonna beat you on TV.
Either
ratings.
that or Brandon Marshall is the next Michael Sam. That's the only other explanation.
Maybe they're announcing that he's replacing Barbara Walters.
Hey.
Like Brandon Marshall's list of interesting people every year comes out. He just interviews everybody. I'd watch it. Hell, I'd watch it. That sounds interesting. Well, let's talk about this real quick. Horse racing's stupid. Let's just let me get that out.
Aww.
California Chrome won the what? Preakness? Something about a Preakness stakes.
And then the Derby the week before.
Won some stakes at the Preakness. Obviously, he won the Derby a couple weeks ago. So he is 2 crowns or whatever of the Triple Crown. 2 legs of the Triple Crown, whatever. All he's got to do is win the, what do you call it? Belmont. He's got to win Belmont. The Belmont. I don't know. Whatever. He's got to win there to win a Triple Crown. I've been a vocal. What's the opposite of supporter?
Hater?
Hater?
Not a hater.
You're a
That
hater.
sounds stupid.
You're a horse hater.
No, I've been a vocal.
Hey.
Okay, let's put it that way.
That
I've been
was live audio from when Barbaro got put down.
There you go. I've been a vocal
So
advocate
mean.
of horse racing not existing. We'll say that. That sounds right.
Hey man, there's some money in it.
I
though.
just think it's really stupid, obviously, but the thing that's stupid, even dumber than horse racing, is the fact that they almost let this horse. They almost stopped this horse from racing in the Belmont because it's got some sort of nasal strip on it. Maybe it snores. I don't know. It's like the exact same thing that people have.
Cheating.
It's the exact same thing as people have. They said it gets a little bit of extra air to his nose or whatever. The fact of the matter is, maybe you know what, Brunner? That's a very good case. If I would call them athletes, you could call it some sort of performance.
Well, no, because football players wear nasal strips.
Sure, but if they normally don't allow it, I get that. So they said like, well, if he can't have it, that's what he races with. If he can't have it, we can't race. They do not realize that the prospect of one of these creatures winning a Triple Crown is so much more important than its stupid race. If California Chrome doesn't win the Belmont, do you know who people are going to remember as the winner of the Belmont? No one, because they're going to forget who won the Belmont. If it's not the
and kindergartners will have paste.
Exactly. California Chrome will be in a glue bottle somewhere, and then your little kids
After they have him bang a bunch of female horses.
Oh, sure, right. Well,
Very
that's
true.
the dream, isn't it? Just get to live in some kind of
win
barn.
a race or two.
You get all your needs and you just
bang a horse, ladies.
And then once you're old enough, you get ground up into glue. It's just
Look,
the
we're
American
female
dream.
horses, not horse ladies.
Right.
Let's get that clear.
Sure. I just think
Those are the videos we don't support here.
I think it would be it would have been absolutely the dumbest thing that you could do to stop this horse from racing. It's one thing if it doesn't win the Belmont, then whatever. But to be like, oh no, like no, nope, can't do that. I know he wants to do that, but nope, not gonna happen. They don't. It's a dumb sport. I'm sorry, and I use sport very lightly in the same sense I would use it in a pillow fight. Like calling pillow fighting a sport, I mean. It's basically on the same level to me. So if someone actually has the opportunity to do the one thing that everybody doesn't shut up about, literally every time the horse racing season starts, Triple Crown, Triple Crown, Triple Crown. That's all people talk about is that we haven't had one in forever since Miguel Cabrera. But the fact of the matter is, this would be the biggest thing in horse racing since the last time it happened, which was what, 78 or something like that. 78, yeah. And I mean, it's an absolute no-brainer. If anything, they should cheat to let this horse win. They should break the other horse's legs before the race starts. They should do whatever they can to scam their way into this horse winning. It's the only intelligent thing to do on their part. The only intelligent thing to do on their part.
Just have a sniper up on the balcony.
Hey,
why not? You know what? I'm going to ask you guys something because you guys don't
horses.
seem to hate horse racing
Stop
like I do.
it.
You guys don't seem to hate horse racing
I just like horses.
with the same vigor that I do. So let me ask you something. As impressive or not as impressive, horse racing, I mean, as a dog show?
Oh, it's way better than a
show.
dog show. I don't understand the concept of dog shows.
Is it?
I don't get it.
Go through
hey!
the best.
Stop it!
You go through the obstacle course the best.
The only good dog shows are the local ones where you get the dogs that won't listen. And they won't go over the over the beam and do all that.
Or the ones when they decide in the middle of it just to stop running and take a crap right in the middle of the thing.
Now, how much better would it be if horse racing was a little more like that? Like a horse.
Isn't that what equestrian is?
Like a horse stop. No, they're running, but then the horse stops and like pooped. I don't mean like that. I mean like horses were less trained.
They just go.
They just poop while they run.
And like you can't get the horse to go forward. Like the horse is just kind of moping and turning around.
It's
You're like, go, come on, come on. And he's just like moping
stomach
around.
issues. Yeah, he's like, my horse belly.
Well, I'm just saying, like if they were less trained, like.
Oh.
Maybe they should race donkeys.
What are you doing in there?
Keeping it classy.
Stop it.
Keeping it classy. I don't know. I just. It's the dumbest thing in the world, and calling it a sport is offensive to ping pong because
wow, that's harsh.
Is it?
A little bit.
I don't think animals competing with each other is a sport. Why not? What about cockfighting? See?
That's illegal because they die.
Well, they die at the end of horse racing.
Yeah, that's true too.
There you go.
They sprain an ankle and they
Same
kill
thing
them.
with dog racing too.
3 up,
Send
3
the greyhounds out. And shoot them.
Santa's little helper.
Stop shooting the animals!
3 up, 3 down.
God damn it, Chris.
Let's end it the way we always do. Down number 3. Oh, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lost center Serge Ibaka for the rest of the playoffs. And down number 2, the Minnesota Timberwolves. Kevin Love reportedly not interested in contract extension. We didn't get into that, but that's a bunch of crap for another reason. Down number 1, the national media. The poor national media kept out of the sweet
Poor
story
babies.
that is Johnny Manziel at rookie minicamp. No one has it harder than them.
Right.
No one.
Oh, man. We missed 2 days of rookie minicamp.
USA Today. Those poor people. I don't know how they do it. Up number 3, Mark Jackson. May not be a coach of the NBA anymore, but he signed a pretty big deal to come back to ESPN to just talk about the people that he was just trying to beat. And up number 2, Brandon Marshall and The View. It's a combo. Brandon Marshall announced he was signed a $30 million extension on the women's talk show.
It's $10 million a year.
Up number 1, the people that own California Chrome. Not the horse, because he does not understand or care. California Chrome won the Pregame Stakes. And the Kentucky Derby, he's just got to win the Belmont to do some crap. Who cares? Whatever. That's going to wrap it up for us from this studio. Goodbye. We're all
been
gonna
real,
we're gonna just
everybody.
tear chunks of the wall off and dig it. I'm going right out the back, like through this wall behind me.
I want
That's
to do
how I'm
what Von
living
Erich.
life.
I want Von Erich's idea, zip lining from the
I didn't
hook
bring
in the ceiling.
I didn't bring a coat. I don't have anything to go that direction for. I'm just going straight out. Straight out to my
the
car.
wall.
Yeah, they already
I say-
removed the exit sign,
Can I
so I
take-
don't know where to leave from.
Can I take the shelf on the desk?
Remember though,
If I
keep
just
it
rip
tuned
it off?
to the website high-on-sports.net, the Twitter at high_on_sports, the tweeter, yes. My Twitter account at eRalphieW, his Twitter account at Von Erich to find out the latest for High on Sports.
We're not going anywhere.
The podcasts, when we come to the studio live show format, what we're doing over our summer vacations, we're going to come back with reports. When we come back to
Yeah.
the live studio format, we're going to come back with special book reports.
From
on
all
what
of
we
the
did.
activities that we'll be doing.
So I'm
So many activities.
I'm gonna go home and read through The Old Man in the Sea. So it's for my book report.
We have a
So
summer
for
reading
Chris, for Von Erich, for Ashley, for Marky Mark, I am Ralphie saying good night, everybody. We will see you next week. No, we won't. Actually, oops.
Whoopsies.
We will see you in the
Soon.
hearts and minds of all of those around you. I don't know what I'm doing.
We will see you on social media.
We will see you soon.
I'll be on the
Sports.
Facebook.
High on Sports will return. Good night, everybody.